Did you know that Supercell can actually ban your account? And they do it way more often than you think. You may think they just ban people for hacking or cheating in some other way by abusing bugs, and although that is true, they can actually ban you for multiple other reasons. Today, we are gonna go through all of them and rank each in a tier list, with S tier being the most likely way to get banned, like you will literally alwa+get banned if you do this, and F tier being the least likely, the kind of stuff for which you only get a warning. And at the end, we will pick one of the ways and promote it to S+, making it the king of getting banned in Clash Royale. Now, just to add a disclaimer here, do not do any of these, even if it's F tier. Also note that in no way am I associated with Supercell, and these are based from my own research and meant for entertainment purposes only. And without further ado, let's begin. 1. Using hacks or third-party software. If you use any modded client, automation bots, or software that gives you unfair advantages like seeing opponent cards or elixir, you're getting permanently banned the second Supercell's anti-cheat catches you. There is no warning, no few-day suspension, you are getting banned for life. The anti-cheat system runs constantly in the background. It checks your game files, monitors unusual win patterns, tracks impossible reaction times. When something doesn't match up, your account gets flagged automatically. Supercell just sends a copy-paste response about violating terms of service. And if you are in high ladder, Supercell literally has trained mods who specifically monitor leaderboards and tournaments looking for suspicious play patterns. So Supercell even has people for this, showing how much of an offense this is. Now, hacking is a really serious offense in Supercell's eyes, so we have to put it in S tier. Is this going in the S+ role though? We will see. 2. Playing from Vietnam. This is one most people don't know about. Supercell pulled all their games from Vietnam in 2019 due to regulatory issues. Vietnamese law requires foreign companies to establish local offices and get licenses for multiplayer games, which Supercell couldn't or wouldn't do. This rule got 142 other games removed from Vietnamese app stores between 2017 and 2019 for not complying with regulations. Supercell games were among them. So if you're playing from Vietnam now, you're technically violating the terms since the game isn't licensed there. And if you're caught playing from Vietnam through VPNs or other methods, your account can be banned. Supercell had to discontinue operations there completely, and anyone trying to bypass that risks their account. However, Supercell doesn't actively hunt anybody who is playing from Vietnam with a VPN. So while this is technically bannable, it is not that bad. So playing in Vietnam is going in C tier. 3. Account sharing for trophy pushing. Letting someone else play on your account to boost trophies is against the rules. Supercell detects this through login location changes, different play patterns, and device switches. If you're normally logging in from New York and suddenly you're connecting from Brazil with completely different decks and playstyle, that's a red flag. The ban is usually temporary at first, maybe a week or two, but if they catch you during competitive seasons like CRL qualifiers, it can be permanent. In their 2021 fair play policy, Supercell specifically stated that anyone caught pushing accounts will be banned alongside all their related accounts, even the clean ones. So if you boost someone's account, your main account can also get hit. It is a pretty severe violation, but it don't have to be permanent, so let's put it in A tier. 4. Being under 13 years old. Technically, you're supposed to be 13 or older according to terms of service, but this never gets enforced unless you literally tell Supercell your real age when setting up your account. Even then, the worst that happens is your chat gets restricted until you turn 13. I've never seen anyone actually banned just for being young. Kids have played since 2016 without issues. The 13-year rule exists because of laws like COPPA in the US that require parental consent for collecting data from kids. Supercell puts it in the terms to cover themselves legally, but they don't actually check ages or ban for it. That's why it is going in F tier. 5. Win trading. This is when two players coordinate to match against each other at high trophies and one intentionally loses to boost the other's rank. At the top of the ladder, there aren't many players searching at once, so if two people hit search at the exact same time, they'll likely match. Back in 2020, there was huge controversy about this. One player even posted video proof of someone win trading twice in a row to secure rank 1. Supercell had to manually investigate and hand out bans. The problem with this is that Supercell's automated systems can't tell the difference between a normal match and win trading. Both players drop troops, one side wins, it looks legit. But if Supercell's moderation team notices patterns like the same two players matching multiple times with one always losing, they investigate. During CRL seasons, they're extra strict. Players caught win trading can be permanently banned and blacklisted from all future competitive play. So I will put this in S tier. Not as common, since most people can't do it, but still bannable. Is this going in the S+ role though? We will see. 6. Exploiting game bugs repeatedly. Remember the lucky drop bug from April 2024? Players figured out they could check what was in the box, turn on airplane mode, force close if they didn't like it, and re-roll for better rewards. Supercell banned people for this. Some got 31 days, others even got permanent bans. If you accidentally trigger a bug once or twice, you're probably fine. But if Supercell's logs show you exploited it 50 times in one day for personal gain, you're catching a ban. First offense is usually 31 days. Repeated exploitation or really extreme cases get permanent removal. It is still cheating, but it is not as severe, so we are putting it in A tier. 7. Toxic chat behavior. Calling people trash at the game, spamming laughing emojis, being generally annoying in chat without getting too offensive is generally fine. You might get a temporary timeout, usually 24 to 48 hours. It's Supercell's way of telling you to cool off. Where it can get dangerous for you is being racist, sexist, homophobic, and other stuff like this. So if you join your opponent's clan to call him gay for using Mega Knight, you might get more than just 48 hours. The thing is, it's really subjective. One angry message won't do anything. But if multiple people report you and you're consistently negative every day, moderators step in. It's a slap on the wrist though, and you will likely be back playing soon. This is why I am putting this in D tier. 8. Payment fraud and chargebacks. Buy gems through the official store, then file a chargeback with your bank claiming you didn't authorize the purchase. Supercell tracks every transaction. When that chargeback hits, your account gets flagged for fraud and you're permanently banned instantly. And because all Supercell games share the same account system, if you do a chargeback in Clash Royale, you get banned from all Supercell games. Clash of Clans, Brawl Stars, Boom Beach, everything connected to your Supercell ID gets nuked. They also revoke everything you ever purchased. All your gems, all your Pass Royale rewards, everything tied to any payment might get removed. Some people think they can game the system for free gems, but Supercell isn't stupid. This is literal theft. You're stealing from them, and they have zero tolerance. Like, come on, you think Supercell would let you take money from them? I've seen cases where someone's kid used their parents' credit card without permission. Parent did a chargeback not knowing, and the account got permanently banned anyway. This is unfortunate, but Supercell's policy is that the account holder is responsible for all purchases. They don't care about circumstances. Chargeback equals permanent ban, no exceptions. I personally think this is a little too much, but Supercell takes their income seriously, so this still goes in S tier. Is this going in the S+ role though? We will see. 9. Inappropriate username. Having a borderline dumb name that's not super offensive, like something slightly questionable but not hateful. Supercell makes you change it but doesn't ban you. It's only if you keep making offensive names every time they force you to change it that you'll catch a real ban. But this is usually fine, since Supercell's naming system doesn't even let you name yourself anything straying up offensive, but I have seen it bypassed a few times. This is not a serious offense and has a very low likelihood of getting banned, so it is getting put in D tier. 10. Buying gems from third-party websites. Those sites advertising cheap gems use stolen credit cards to buy them, then transfer to your account. When the card owner reports fraud, Supercell traces it back to you and permanently bans your account. They also remove all the gems and items you bought with those gems. Supercell specifically states in their fair play policy that these third-party sellers are often funded by illegal activity. You're not just risking a ban, you're potentially supporting credit card theft rings. Supercell actively monitors for suspicious payment patterns. If your account suddenly gets a huge amount of gems from a source that doesn't match your normal spending, red flags go up. This goes for creators too. Apparently, if you promote a third-party gem website, you can get removed from the creator program, you will get a warning, and you can even get a strike on your channel. So if you support them multiple times, you might even get your channel deleted. So this one is also going in S tier. 11. Phishing. Trying to recover someone else's account. If you try to recover an account that isn't yours, even if you think you're helping a friend, Supercell permanently bans you. They ask specific questions like what device you first played on or what your first purchase was. If you can't answer perfectly because it's not your account, they will think you're trying to steal it. Even accepting someone's offer to access their account or paying for account recovery services also violates terms of service and gets you banned. There are people who advertise account recovery for money, and using those services gets your account banned too. Phishing is taken seriously because if Supercell didn't crack down, hackers would constantly steal accounts. Their verification process is strict. Fail those checks and they assume you're a thief and ban you permanently. This one is also going in S tier because, well, you are stealing accounts. 12. Selling, buying, or trading accounts. This is completely against terms of service. You can't sell your account, buy someone else's account, or trade accounts. Supercell permanently bans any account that's been transferred between players. They catch this through login patterns. If your account suddenly logs in from a different country or device with completely different playstyle, that raises flags. In 2021, Supercell specifically cracked down on account selling because it became such a big problem. People were buying maxed accounts for hundreds of dollars. Why do they ban for this? It prevents scams scams, stops competitive manipulation, and they can't guarantee security of an account passed between players. The ban is almost always permanent. And if Supercell finds out you sold an account, they can ban that account plus any other accounts you own. So we are putting it in S tier. Is this going in the S+ role though? We will see. 13. Repeatedly leaving 2v2 matches. Supercell added a punishment system in April 2018 for people who constantly abandon their 2v2 teammates. If you quit 2 matches in quick succession, you can catch a temporary ban from 2v2. This usually starts at 1 hour. And here's a fun fact I found. The system actually specifically triggers when you close the app mid-battle, not from connection issues. Most people never see this ban because it's pretty lenient. So we are putting it in D tier. 14. False reporting other players. Spam reporting people for no reason just because you're salty gets you in trouble. Supercell has moderators who review reports. If they notice your account keeps submitting false reports, they penalize you the same way as the thing you were falsely reporting. And if you coordinate with your clan or just a group of your friends to mass report someone you don't like, Supercell figures it out and bans the people doing the false reporting instead of the victim. They're good at catching coordinated fake reports. You have to do this a lot for them to care though. 1 or 2 false reports won't matter. But if you're reporting 20 people a week and none are valid, that's when they step in with temporary bans that can escalate. This is why I am putting this as C tier. 15. Cross-game bans from other Supercell games. If you get permanently banned in another Supercell game for serious violations, that ban can carry over to Clash Royale. All Supercell games share the same account system through Supercell ID. Serious bans, like for hacking or fraud, are tied to your Supercell ID, not just your game account. This doesn't apply to temporary bans. If you get a temporary ban in Brawl Stars for toxic chat, that's not carrying over. But if you get permanently banned for something serious like payment fraud or third-party software, that affects your entire Supercell ID and all connected games. Once your Supercell ID is banned, your Clash Royale account is gone along with everything else. So I will put it in A tier. 16. Trolling or wasting Supercell support's time. Being rude, abusive, or intentionally wasting support staff's time can lead to account penalties. If you're constantly submitting fake tickets, harassing support agents, or being extremely disruptive, Supercell can temporarily ban you. This is usually a temporary ban, not permanent unless you're really extreme about it. Most people get away with being annoying to support once or twice. It's when you make it a pattern that they take action. Support staff have the ability to flag accounts for disruptive behavior, so I am putting it in C tier. 17. Using private servers. Private servers like Nulls Royale give you unlimited gems and maxed cards. They run on unofficial servers, completely separate from Supercell. Playing on them won't directly ban your main account because they're not connected. But here's the risk. If you try to connect your real Supercell account to a private server, or if you're involved with distributing or promoting these servers, you can catch a permanent ban. Some content creators got banned because they accidentally showed their real account info while recording private server gameplay. And while playing private servers for personal use typically doesn't get you banned, since they are separate. Supercell really hates them because people play with maxed accounts there instead of spending money on the real game. So obviously Supercell hates this. They've even sent cease and desist letters to private server operators. If you're a regular player messing around on a private server for fun and keeping it separate from your main account, you're probably fine. But if you're a content creator promoting them or somehow mix your official account with the private server, that's when you risk permanent ban. So while this is pretty serious, it mostly applies to content creators, so we will put it in B tier. 18. Impersonating Supercell employees or content creators. Pretending to be a Supercell employee, support staff, or even well-known content creators can get you banned. Supercell's terms of service specifically prohibit impersonating others, especially their employees. If you're in chat claiming to be Supercell staff or pretending to be a famous player to scam people or gain credibility, that's against the rules. The ban is usually temporary at first, but can escalate to permanent if you keep doing it, or if you're using the impersonation to scam players. This is taken seriously because impersonating staff can be used to phish accounts or trick players into giving away personal information, so we are putting it in A tier. 19. Using bots to farm wins or resources. Automated accounts that use bot software to play matches, collect chests, or farm resources are detected and permanently banned. These are programs like PyClashBot that use image recognition and automation to play the game without human input, and Supercell has cracked down on this. They specifically monitor for repetitive actions performed at inhuman speeds. Bots have consistent online presence, make card placements too perfectly timed, and show gameplay patterns no human could maintain. The anti-cheat flags these patterns quickly. Supercell has stated they run regular ban waves targeting bot accounts because they create an unfair playing field. If you're using automation software to grind matches while you sleep or farm chests automatically, your account is getting permanently banned when they catch you. There's zero tolerance for this because it gives massive competitive advantages. The thing is, these bots are all over GitHub and people advertise them like they're safe to use. But Supercell's detection has gotten way better over the years. What might work for a few weeks will eventually get flagged, and when it does, it's a permanent ban, no appeal. This goes in S tier. Is this going in the S+ role though? We will see. 20. DDoSing, or interfering with opponents' connections. If you're using DDoS attacks or any method to mess with your opponent's internet connection during matches, that's obviously an instant permanent ban. This falls under hacking and is treated as seriously as using game cheats. Some players have tried to disconnect opponents right before they lose a match to avoid trophy loss or get cheap wins. But Supercell tracks unusual disconnect patterns, and if they determine you're causing them intentionally, you're done. This is also illegal in most places beyond just being against terms of service. You're literally attacking someone's network. Supercell has zero tolerance and will permanently ban any account found doing this. So this goes in S tier. 21. Commercial advertising in-game. Promoting websites, products, or services in chat can get you banned. This includes advertising gem-selling sites, account trading platforms, or any commercial content. Supercell wants to keep the game free from spam and commercial advertisements. This specifically includes promoting things like Patreon, asking for subscribers or follows in exchange for services, or advertising any kind of paid service related to the game. The ban is usually temporary at first, maybe a few days to a week. But if you keep advertising after getting warned, or if you're running a large-scale advertising operation in multiple clans, it can escalate to permanent. Most people get away with occasional mentions, but repeated commercial spam gets shut down. That's why I will put it in B tier. But now for the S+ tier. Using hacks or third-party software is S+. It's automatic, instant, permanent, with the strictest detection. Your account is gone forever the moment anti-cheat flags you. And that's every way to get banned in Clash Royale ranked. Don't do any of this, just play fair. If you made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe. Peace.